Alright, so now uh we're back with, well, we're still Ellie. I cut out the whole kind of horse riding bit at the start of this area since it's really not too difficult. Occasionally you might get a guy that jumps on the horse with you, but you can just very easily kick him off. Um, so the path I'm taking is the quickest way to get through here without really hitting any resistance from these guys. I kind of ended up going a little slower than I should have been in getting through this area, so I kind of have a couple points where I almost get spotted by these guys. But it's not too bad. Like I said, the AI is pretty dumb in this area. Sometimes this guy might come into this little room. Sometimes he won't. This particular time, I happened to unfortunately get him in here, but it's very kind of like by itself, so you should be able to just like stab and kill him and not have to worry about him. But I kind of got the best scenario coming over to this stairway, because I actually had both guys like down on the ground, but I was being very cautious because the kind of walkway that you need to shimmy across, if they see you, you can't really do anything to avoid them, and they very likely have the ability to just shoot and kill you while you're trying to shimmy over to the next area. So I noticed this guy was back up here, so I kind of just stood back here because I wasn't sure if he was going to come up the stairs or not. Kind of got unlucky and he ended up coming up here, but I was able to just knife and kill him. And I don't believe they're completely on to where I am, because I was able to just kind of shimmy across here. Like right as I get to the end, I think then they took a shot at me, but thankfully they missed me. But once you're across there, you can just run for it and they don't follow you, so it's not really too bad. But when you get into the next area, after you have to pull the little box out of the way so you can go through the pipe. If you move quick enough in the next area, you can kind of get to the middle section without these guys noticing. Don't run completely to it like I did the first time, because they will end up spying you. But you get a checkpoint here. You want to start running until the chairs. I kind of went all the way to that thing, but you want to just be crouching by the time you get here. And then you just want to kind of just wait a little bit for these guys to start walking. I kind of got a little unlucky with the last two guys walking through this area, because one of them ended up spotting me, and I had to make a dash for the area that I need to go through. This guy decided to be a dick and actually turn back to see me. So to my right, that little opening, you can just run and jump right in there instead of having to pull that thing out of the way. especially if they do spot you, because I had a very bad chance of them actually running up on me. But you can just as easily jump over into that thing, because that'll put you right into this room here. But once you get in here, just kind of go into cover here, because that guy through that window can shoot into this room, and if you're not careful, he can actually kind of hit you. And then you just have these two guys, and you want to deal with them as quickly as you can. You just have to like throw a bottle or a brick or whatever you have, and then just stab them. Because I think if you leave either of them alive when you go to the door to open, I think they might grab you instead of the scripted event. So just to be safe, I just kill them anyway and then run for the door. It's just so the scripted event actually happens. And then I just basically did the Ellie and Joel parts as one video, since the Joel section isn't really too bad. When I mentioned back in chapter 5 how I wasted a smoke bomb because I was gonna need it later, this is a chapter when I was gonna need the smoke bomb, because when you eventually leave the house and those guys bust through that fence, I usually throw a smoke bomb like right at where they are, and then I just will run right past them to get to basically the end of this section to trigger the cutscene. Because as soon as you jump over that structure on the side of the house, it triggers that whole cutscene, or that kind of mini cutscene, because you still have to mash X or square to kick the guy, and then it goes into like a cutscene. But because I didn't have the smoke bomb, I kind of had to improvise slightly from what I usually would do. The other thing I usually would do was just throw a Molotov at those first three guys. I kind of ended up doing it kind of differently. But really there's not very much else to say for this area. Just kind of take it at your own pace, really. And no matter what, as soon as they bust through that thing, they immediately will start taking a shot at you. They don't go completely hostile to the point where they come running at you. They kind of just like stay over there. But actually no, I think maybe I do actually throw a Molotov at them. I honestly can't remember. It's been like a week since I recorded this. But yeah, just gonna drop out of the commentary because there's really not much else I can talk about for here. Just either be aggressive or kind of try and be casual. It kind of works either way. And then I'll see you in I think the final part.
Whoa! You're moving! Don't let him get you! I see!
Search out here. We'll take over that way. Where are you, motherfucker? Hey, what you got?
Nothing. What about you?
Nothing here either. Let's keep searching. I'm going over this way.
Over there! Keep running! Where nothing! You gotta tell me! Gotcha, asshole! Finish him off! Hold him still! Shit!